This tutorial is on writing reaction equations. A reaction is when a compound or an element reacts with another compound or an element to form two new compound or elements. Here we have a written equation. This is what's happening in our reaction. Dinitrogen pentoxide is unstable at room temperature. It decomposes, yielding nitrogen dioxide gas and oxygen. The first step in writing an equation of a reaction is to identify what substances are doing the reacting and what substances are created in the reaction. That will tell us our products and our reactants. So it says that the dinitrogen pentoxide is unstable and decomposes, yielding nitrogen dioxide gas and oxygen. So what we're starting off our reaction with is our dinitrogen pentoxide. This is the beginning substance we have in our reaction, so this is going to be our reactant. And then what we are creating is nitrogen dioxide gas and oxygen. Therefore, nitrogen dioxide gas and oxygen are our products. Okay, once you have identified your reactant and your product, you need to write the formula from the name. So our reactant is dinitrogen pentoxide. Dinitrogen pentoxide is N2O5. Our products are nitrogen dioxide gas, NO2, and oxygen, O2. Now that we have the reactants and products formulas, we can now put them in order that they need to go in the equation. You always have your reactants on the left side and your products on the right side, separated by the arrow for yields. So since dinitrogen pentoxide is our reactant, we're going to put it on the left in N2O5. And then nitrogen dioxide and oxygen are our products, so we're going to put them on the right of the arrow, NO2 and O2. Now if we have multiple reactants or multiple products, we separate them with pluses to show that they are different from each other. Now that we have our reaction in order, we need to put in our symbols. So there's no symbol for dinitrogen pentoxide, so we're going to leave it alone. But nitrogen dioxide is a gas, so we have to put in the symbol for gas after nitrogen dioxide, which is a little g with parentheses around it. Now we have our completed reaction equation. In the next video, you will learn how to balance the reaction equations, which is your final step with equations. Now on to our next reaction. Solid sodium reacts with water to produce sodium hydroxide and a water solution and hydrogen gas. So sodium reacts with water to produce sodium hydroxide in a water solution and hydrogen gas. So solid sodium is our reactant, and so is water because it says reacts with. So this is our other reactant. Our products are sodium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. Now, you're probably wondering why I didn't label water solution as one of the products, and that is because if you have a product in a water solution, we just add the symbol AQ for aqueous after it. So first thing we need to do is to write down our formulas for our reactants and our products. So sodium, solid sodium, so that's just Na, the element Na, all by itself. And then water is the other reactant, so H2O. Now our products are sodium hydroxide, so that's going to be NaOH, and hydrogen gas is H2, because remember, hydrogen is one of the diatomic 7, so it's never by itself. So the left side is going to get the sodium and the water, the right side, the products side, is going to get the sodium hydroxide and the hydrogen gas. So let's put them together and separate them by an arrow. We have Na and we have H2O on the reactant side, and we're going to separate them with a plus. Okay, the arrow separates reactants from products, and our first product is NaOH, sodium hydroxide, and then H2 is our other product. Now for symbols. The problem tells us that sodium is a solid and that the product, sodium hydroxide, is in a water solution and that hydrogen is a gas. So we have to put in symbols for those. When it is a solid, we put an S in parentheses after it. When it is in a water solution, we put AQ for aqueous after it. And since H2 is a gas, we're going to put G in parentheses after that. And then your final step would be to balance the equation.